What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Diss Track Watch Party. My name is Nick. We have a pretty insane show for you guys today. I'm sure you guys are clicking on the video already know, but we're going to be watching A Nightmare on Elm Street on HBO Max in about 9 minutes and 45 seconds. So hopefully you guys can hang out and watch that. We are also going to be playing Deadly Location Trivia. So these are going to be places in cinema that you don't want to be, essentially. And then most importantly, most excitingly, we have our guests, Nice Dude Productions from Nice Dude Movie Night. They are going to be joining us shortly after the film starts. They should be hanging around in chat as well. So that should be really awesome here. I am going to get some information pulled up on A Nightmare on Elm Street, but before I do, I have some shout outs I have to go over from Instagram for the last week here. So we did have some IG trivia high scores. We had a few actually, so you guys dominated the quiz yet again. So for the nominee trivia, we did have 6 people who got 5 out of 5. That's going to be video.tasties on Instagram. The Upside Dan, Everything Horror Hector, killing it as always. Candy Who, friend of the channel, she did really well in that as well. Geeky Hijinks, who was my guest last week, Joe, he got 5 out of 5. And then Florentina Facanti, who was my guest for Little Shop of Horrors, got a 5 out of 5 as well. And then just yesterday, we did Elm Street trivia, so Nightmare on Elm Street trivia, and we had, I think 7 or 8 people. I think 8 people got 5 out of 5 on that. So we had AJ Reacts 2, perfect score. Paul Tams, perfect score. Squee 1031, Brian Villar is in the chat right now. He got a 5 out of 5 as well. So congratulations to them. And then Rebel Matt 92, who is also in the chat as well. How welcome in, Matt. Got a 5 out of 5 here. Florentina Facanti, another 5 out of 5. Man of Movies, Foxtail Cinematics, and Geeky Hijinks. All of you guys did an amazing job on trivia this week. We did have, I think, 3 people that got 5s for both of them. So they had a perfect week. And that was Florentina Facanti, Geeky Hijinks, and I believe it was just those 2, Florentina Facanti and Geeky Hijinks. So that deserves a round of applause. Congratulations, guys, on that. With that being said, if you guys do like movie trivia and you guys are into movie trivia, we do IG trivia twice a week on Instagram. We do our nominees trivia, and then we do whatever movie wins trivia for that. If you guys are interested in that, you can follow me on Instagram at TheDisTrack. As always, I usually post those on Thursdays and Saturdays, I believe. But you guys may be asking why we're watching A Nightmare on Elm Street. It didn't just kind of fall out of the sky. We went ahead and picked Nightmare on Elm Street because you guys voted for it. So if you guys would like to vote to see what movies we watch going forward, you guys can do that linked in the description below at the Discord. We have a growing community there. We've had a lot of growth in the last month or two. So we're really building a cool community of people that are really into movies and know a lot. I see we got Brian Villar, Matt Wyatt, and Man of Movies in the chat. Welcome in. How's it going, guys? Man of Movies says, what's up? How's it going, man? And let's see. I'm going to get some information pulled up on Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street came out in 1984, is directed by Wes Craven. For those of you who don't know, Wes Craven also directed Scream, which me and Man of Movies covered a couple weeks ago. So this is my second Wes Craven in the month of October. It's directed by him, written by him. The synopsis: the monstrous spirit of a slain child murderer seeks revenge by invading the dreams of teenagers whose parents were responsible for his untimely death. It's got a 76 Metascore. I hear great things about this movie, guys. Another thing is, this is actually going to be a first-time reaction for me, guys, on the stream too. So I have never seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I haven't seen any of the Freddy Krueger movies, to be honest. So this is going to be a fun one for me. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself and get too scared at the movie. I don't want to go viral for screaming like I scream. Man of Movie says, A Nightmare on Elm Street is the reason I wanted to become a filmmaker, but Scream is my favorite Wes Craven film. Oh, that's interesting. So these were really, really impactful for you. I'm really interested. This one looks like a lot more kind of high concept. I think the Scream one was more commenting on the slasher genre and more felt like a kind of commentary movie. This one just feels like a throwback popcorn horror movie. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. But I do want to get some information pulled up on the trivia here, because a lot of times when we go over trivia for these IMDb movies, we see things that I can see throughout the film. So a lot of times it'll say in the scene when blank does blank, you can see blank in the back. And it's then when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. So it's It's kind of cool to read those beforehand. New Line Cinema was saved from bankruptcy by the success of this film and was jokingly nicknamed the house that Freddy built. That's a really big deal for me, guys, because New Line Cinema is the ones that did the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So think of this, guys. If Freddy hadn't done well, if Wes Craven didn't make Freddy Krueger, we might have not gotten the Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson trilogy. So that's should blow everyone's mind. Heather Langencamp's boyfriend at the time of the shooting is credited for creating Freddy's nursery rhyme. Heather Langencamp's boyfriend at the time is credited for creating Freddy's nursery rhyme. I'm assuming there's going to be a nursery rhyme. It's probably going to be just like kids singing or something. Wes Craven first came up with the basic idea for the movie from a series of articles in Los Angeles Times over a 3-year period about a group of Southeast Asian refugees from the Hmong tribe, several of whom died in the throes of horrific nightmares. So this has some real world stuff that they're pulling from for this. The scene where Freddy's arms elongate were achieved by having men with fishing poles on each side of the alley operating a set of puppet arms attached to Robert Englund. I saw that in the trailer where like his arms extend out in the alleyway. I'm assuming I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled and see if I can see fishing poles in any of that. Man, a movie says Craven was a master. Everything horror. What's going on, Hector? How's it going? If you guys are joining us for the first time, thank you and welcome in. If you guys want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, which I would advise because it's going to be a lot of fun and we're going to do trivia and stuff. If you guys want to watch with us, it is available on HBO Max. So you can pull the film up on HBO Max on your TV. What you're going to do is just let it play for about 10 seconds and pause it so that the thumbnail should match the one above my shoulder here. And then you're just going to wait. Once this countdown timer below me gets to 10, you're going to see a countdown animation. And then you should be able, it should prompt you to press play when it tells you that. And then we should be all synced up here. One of the main reasons Johnny Depp was chosen was because Wes Craven's daughter thought he was dreamy. Her and everyone else. Young Johnny Depp was chosen because Wes Craven's daughter had a crush on him. The original glove was later used in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, and also seen hanging on the wall of the work shed in Evil Dead 2. Oh, that's interesting. So in Evil Dead 2, the prop for Freddy, the claw prop, apparently was used in that film. That's really cool. I wonder if there's like a conspiracy that like Evil Dead and Nightmare on Elm Street exist in the same universe. I wonder if there's like a way too long YouTube video of someone breaking down why Freddy is in Evil Dead somehow. D Movie Man says, "Come on, movie facts." I'm bringing it, man. I'm dishing movie facts out right now. This was the film debut of Johnny Depp. I'm sure a lot of people know that. I think I knew that too. I thought it was either this one or 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street's not a film, so this probably was his film. Of all the boiler room footage in the film was shot in the basement of the Lincoln Heights jail in Los Angeles, which was condemned shortly after production wrapped due to high levels of asbestos. There you go, Wes Craven. Wes Craven just shot in an asbestos-filled jail. If I was on his crew, I'd be pretty. I guess I'd be happy to be on the shoot, but you just have to deal with asbestos, I guess, later on. It was shot in 32 days. In the original script, Freddy was a child molester. However, the decision was made to change him to being a child murderer to avoid accusations of exploiting a series of child molestations in California around the time of production. He was rewritten as a child molester in the 2010 remake. So initially he was a molester, but I guess they had, it was bad timing because they had really bad stories coming out in the news and they had to change it just to kind of, so it didn't seem insensitive, which I think is probably the right move. It cost roughly $1.8 million to produce, a figure it made back in its opening weekend. I did know that this was a very, very successful film, box office wise. It was one of the more successful ones to come out, and obviously it saved New Line Cinema. All right, guys, we got about 25 seconds left. As I said, if you have the movie pulled up, just let it go for 10 seconds. Pause it, and then once this timer goes down to 10, you're going to see a countdown animation. It's going to tell you exactly when to press play, and then we should be all synced up and ready to go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, guys, we should be all set and synced up together. If for some reason you guys didn't get synced up and you would like to, no problem here. I have a duration timer right below me. You could just fast forward the movie to whatever time it says below me there, and then you should be caught up with us and we can watch this here. But I don't want to waste any time, guys. I have my first returning guests to the Diss Track Watch Party. The first movie we did was probably a couple months ago, and we did Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story, and we had a lot of fun watching that movie together. They are Nice Dude Productions. They do Nice Dude Movie Night on YouTube. I do have their channel linked below, so make sure to check them out. But they do reactions and reviews and stuff as well. So make sure to give their content some love after the watch party here. But I'm going to go ahead and bring them in. What's up, guys?
Hey,
What's up, man?
Are you guys all synced up?
Real quick.
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, so far.
Awesome. And the claws. Fantastic.
Let me just say it's an honor to show you this movie. Like, it's really special that I'm here that you're watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's like, and I consider it like a proper follow-up to Dodgeball. I think there could have been a better.
Yeah. No. This seemed like the logical next film after Dodgeball. You know, I completely agree. Let's see.
Introducing Johnny Depp.
What a weird thing to see.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're already, I'm assuming this is a dream sequence, like to start the film, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, because there's no sheep that runs in a hallway. Like, I don't think that makes much sense.
Man, you don't know where this takes place.
Yeah.
Man, you're so much smarter than me. I would never think that. Sheeps don't go in hallways.
And hi, comment section, by the way. We can see your comments.
Hector says his HBO Max is glitching. Oh man, well you can always restart it and then hit the duration timer and catch right back up with us, Hector, if it's giving you issues. More movies is here. More movies. We've got some exciting news about more movies. It's gonna come later in the stream, guys, so make sure to stay tuned for that. We've also got Katie from Popping the Popcorn hopping in. Hi Katie, how's it going? So I don't know if this is a slasher trope, because I've seen way too few slashers in my life. I've kind of watched the most of them in the last year or two. But is the opening credits over the first kill like a genre thing? Like, is it like?
Yeah, you got to have that hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of that thing of just like people are there for a reason, so you're kind of giving it to them right away.
Right.
And so then now you have the liberty to get deeper.
Oh, thank you, D Movie Man. We appreciate that a lot. He said, check out our reaction to Goosebumps. That's really nice. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, that is a great video you guys did. Have you guys looked at more Goosebumps episodes?
Not yet, but we've talked about it. The next one I definitely want to show them that we've talked about is Night of the Living Dummy, because that's like almost, we got a lot of comments requesting that one, and I grew up with that one. Zach, how are you, man? It's cool to talk to you guys finally. Hey,
nice. Katie says, "I'm well. How are y'all?" Yeah, all right. We're all great, man. We're excited to be seeing this movie. Zach Milne Talks Movies is in. How's it going, man? Welcome into the stream. If you do want to catch up with us, Zach, we are streaming Nightmare on Elm Street here, and you can just sync to the duration timer on the bottom right of the screen. So I wanted to comment too real quick about her in front of that furnace. That cinematography was insane. I just remember being like with the fire behind her and stuff. Is really cool.
It's only going to get worse from here. You're going to say that a lot throughout this movie.
Yeah.
The cinematography's nuts.
I like that too. It almost like, you guys ever seen De Palma where he does the split diopter shots where he has
totally, like Harry in the classroom.
That seemed like he was going for that without having to do it, of having that in the background.
Because we watched Halloween and The Thing both back to back, we've been on this like constant run of being like, fuck man, the lighting is so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Carpenter was amazing at that, man. That was I'm famously and notoriously not a huge fan of the 1978 Halloween, but one of the things I really liked was his use. I get shit for it all the time, don't worry. His use of lighting and stuff in that movie was awesome, and like the way he used the foreground and background and stuff in there in really like creative ways was probably my favorite part of it.
Oh yeah.
Also, look at that fresh face, Johnny Depp.
Look at that gorgeous fluffy hair.
Oh my God, is that him on the right?
Yeah. That's him on the right.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's how I dress for work.
Was Heather Langencamp and other stuff? Do you guys know? Like, if
I have no idea.
I feel like she looks
I'm actually not
familiar,
sure.
but I'm not sure.
She might.
She could just have one of those faces. So this was after 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, during or after. I'm not 100% sure.
So since we're out of the woods for the first one, we'll go ahead and do our first trivia question, guys. All right, so we're doing deadly location trivia, guys. So this is going to be movie locations that you don't want to be caught in. Essentially, is the theme that we're going for here.
Okay.
Also, guys, just so you know the stakes, if anybody does win trivia, so if anyone gets like the most answers right, the winning prize is that you guys get to pick a nominee for next week. So you guys get to totally pick whatever movie you want us to watch for next week, as long as it's available on one of the major streaming platforms and relatively fits our theme, essentially. But you guys can totally pick that.
Nick, I'm gonna push for Hoobie no matter what. Like if I win, you're watching Hoobie.
Hoobie Halloween. Well, you can't play.
Yes.
Y'all are disqualified. And I'd like to say it's because you said I'd like to say it's because you said Hubie Halloween, but it's just because if you're on the show you can't like play trivia. But in my heart of hearts, it's because you said we should watch Hubie Halloween. That's why you're disqualified.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I'm not gonna
all right, guys. First question: where are Shaun and friends headed to in Shaun of the Dead? What's the location that they're trying to get to in Shaun of the Dead? You guys can either say what the location is, or if you get the name of it as well. Man of Movie says bar. Candy says the Winchester. Everything Horror says the pub. We've got all three answers that are correct. Man of Movies did come in first, and I did say you could say what it is. So Man of Movies gets 0.1 here. But all of you guys are correct. Candy even coming in with the actual name. I feel like I should just give 2 points because she actually had the name of the bar too. But let's go ahead and do that. I'll go. Man of Movies gets a point, and Candy gets a point for saying the actual name of the pub as well. I feel like some UK viewers would get really mad that I gave it to bar because it's not a bar, it's a pub. But I think we'll let it slide. We'll let Man of Movies off the hook for this one.
Good job, Man of Movies.
So something I wanted to bring up too, regarding the movie is a lot of times when we do a watch party, I like to see if there's anything going on with the franchise in the news and stuff. And I sent this to Chris before the stream too, but for any of you guys listening, like I think it happened a few days ago, but the actual house here, I think it's this one, right? Chris, do you think it's this house?
I'm pretty sure. Is this the main girl's house, or I'm pretty?
This is the girl's house. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the Nightmare on Elm Street house, whatever is the most prominent house in this movie, is up for sale for So if you guys have an extra 3.2 million hanging around, or like in the couch cushions or whatever, you can you can actually go buy the Nightmare on Elm Street house. I think now through Halloween it's available for sale. So you guys can check it out. I do have some of these stories linked in the description below. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that I'm not sure if you guys are aware. Did you guys watch Bo Burnham's Inside?
Yeah. I knew this factoid.
Wait, what? No, I've seen Inside.
You've seen it. Okay, so it is also another horror movie of a different ilk, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's it's a very horrific movie, but that entire movie was shot in the pool house of this house.
Yeah.
So like,
no fucking way.
And it makes sense that he would like stay in like a famously horror house to like shoot this. I don't know. Like I just thought it was kind of poetic when I found out about that. I was like, oh, it makes sense. Like like the Freddy Krueger like nightmare house is where he shoots Inside, which is a nightmare in itself.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yeah, I found that out last night.
Oh, I bet like people knowing that, people who are rich was like, I want to get that house.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So much history. There we go.
Rod has to get it done.
Dude, he seems like such a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Rod, I don't think he's gonna make it long in this at all, but he's definitely a really cool guy.
I don't know what gives you that impression, dude. He seems like the hero, you know?
Yeah,
The final girl.
What, Nick? You don't think Rod has main character energy?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Rod has protagonist energy at all right now.
Yeah.
He seems like the first guy to go. It also is feeding into the genre tropes, I guess, that the more provocative, promiscuous people are the ones that get got. So, he seems to be that kind of guy.
Can I just say how strange it is that Johnny Depp became a movie star? Like, it sometimes doesn't make sense to me because he's such a weird and eccentric dude that he doesn't seem like that Brad Pitt and George Clooney type, but he became almost as big as them at one point.
I get what you're saying, because like had I seen this in a vacuum and not known what happened, I wouldn't pick him as the dude from this movie that like goes on to become like a huge megastar. You know what I mean? Like you can see you can see movies where you'll like see the guy and you're like, that guy's gonna be around. Like they either photograph well, or they have a lot of charisma or something like that. Looking at him now, he just doesn't seem like that guy.
Look at Rod and Tina, they're getting it right now.
Rod should have been the guy. Like whoever plays Rod, he should have been the dude that went on to be Jack Sparrow. Bad boy. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did the deed. They're dead. They already died.
They've sinned.
They've sinned, and now Freddy's gonna get them.
Maybe, I don't know, man. You know, let's see what happens.
So what is this, huh? Some sort of Nightmare on Elm Street? Like, they just say it.
God damn it.
Uh-oh, that's a bad sign.
I don't know, dude. Sometimes it happens, you know? I'm gonna be the one that keeps managing Nick's expectations so he is shocked, you know? Like, no, it seems pretty normal.
No, yeah, it's fine. Calm down. It's just take a load off. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, this movie's really relaxing.
Yeah. Kathleen says in regards to in Johnny Depp becoming a star, she thinks Edward Scissorhands helped. I probably agree with that too.
Tim Burton in general. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think Tim Burton kind of made him what he was because they both fit so stylistically together, like perfectly.
Yeah, it's sort of, this is a weird example of it. It's sort of how Spielberg and Tom Hanks work like perfectly together because they both kind of share the similar filmmaking values. Tim Burton and Johnny Depp are like the same thing for me.
Or De Niro and Scorsese.
Totally, exactly.
Yeah,
100%.
That should be like a Mojo list, like best like director actor pairings. I feel like they've probably done that, but that would be a cool list to do.
I'd eat that list up. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You would, huh? Oh no. Ooh.
Why don't you wake Rod up? Rod can go handle
Holy
business.
shit.
Oh, that's crazy. What the hell?
I always forget about this shot.
Dude, this shit gets me so giddy.
Oh, that's so cool. You know, you know those Halloween decorations where they do that, where it like looks like something coming out of the wall? Was that like from this? Was this like the main one, the first thing that did that?
Probably.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know if Nick, have you seen Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in season 1 when the monster's coming from the upside down and he's like trying to push through the wall. That was really Nightmare inspired.
Right. I could see that because that was all about 80s stuff, and that
totally.
This would fit in perfectly.
This would 100%. It's kind of cool that this movie was made with a good budget, because this would 100% be a Blumhouse $2 million movie if it was made today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
2,084,000 is probably not. It's probably like I don't know inflation. I'm gonna sound stupid. I think it's like what, a $10 million movie now.
Yeah, it goes a
Something
lot
like
more
that.
way than it would go now.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, this is the scene I saw when I was cutting, or I saw parts of it when I was cutting the promo.
Oh yeah.
This is cool.
I'm trying not to talk too much because I know it's your first time watching it.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to let you have this, you know?
Yeah.
I always eat up a good shadow.
Oh, this is the cool.
That's
This is the
so
part with the
wicked.
fishing poles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so dope looking.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I like how he runs. That's so cool.
I know. He's like the only iconic killer that runs and
Yeah.
talks.
And it's kind of great, yeah.
Whoa.
He jumps up.
That's crazy.
It's so creative.
Yeah.
He's like freaking nuts, right?
Look what we can do in this world.
No, Tina, I can do some pretty cool shit.
So is it like the Matrix where oh.
Meanwhile, in the real world.
Is this like the Matrix where if you die in the dream world, you die in the real world?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Rod's like, man, I really messed her up.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That's so dope looking.
Oh, the blood,
Look at
dude.
that.
Oh,
Oh, man.
whoa. Oh, that's creepy, man.
Yeah. Dude.
I wonder how they shot that. Her on the ceiling like that?
Yeah. Because it looks like gravity is just pulling her in, the way she's rolling and stuff.
Do you think he's in front of a green screen and they have it upside down? Like,
Maybe, yeah.
dang.
Rod's not going to look too good.
Oh. Yeah, how do you explain that?
Everything
Look,
horrors.
Look, you know,
Scenes.
she just started like freaking out and then, you know, got like, how do you explain that to the cops?
I know, she went up in the ceiling
Yeah,
screaming,
yeah.
and then she just magically split open. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I would just run. There's no way you're explaining that to anybody.
There's no way you can talk your way out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hector says the behind the scenes on this is really interesting. Yeah, I can imagine. I feel like I'm gonna say that like a couple times. It's like, how did they get that shot? How did they get that shot? You
Yeah,
know?
I know.
I know that guy too. I feel like he's been in a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, I've seen him before too.
Oh, that's his concern.
Yeah.
You were sleeping around.
You were.
You were out on a school night.
Yeah.
That's not at all what she said.
Maybe you think murder is just a fun, casual thing that teenagers do.
Yeah.
In your world, today's kids.
they lump murder in there, like you and your drinking and your sex and your murder. Like,
Your murders. No, murder should never be lumped
kids,
in with those
old
things.
boys will be boys.
Yeah, exactly. Once in a while, boys just murder people. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's part of growing up.
That
This is the
felt like a
house.
commercial break fade out,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah, that definitely did. Back in the day, fade outs were just much more socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Imagine a commercial break. Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish my mom was that cool. If I didn't get like perfect sleep that night before, they're like, you have no business going to school.
Yeah, I know, right?
Stay home. You know, you only got a couple hours of sleep. Just go ahead and stay home.
Yeah, that's a
Get some
major
rest.
80s suburban mom energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
I can't believe she still goes too. I would have my pants off watching Price is Right like by now. You know.
Yeah, I know. You're like, all right, stay home.
She said it. Let's do it.
Oh, that was a very Halloween shot.
So guys, something I thought would be fun throughout this stream, and you guys in chat can send in yours. I think it'd be really fun too. But we were going to talk about some of our weird or interesting nightmare or dream stories, because I feel like that's kind of fitting with where the movie's going here. Do you guys have anything that pops to mind as far as just like a really weird or interesting kind of nightmare or dream?
I do. Do you?
You can go first.
You want me to go first? This is a weird dream. This dream's not really scary. It's just really, really
That's
weird.
fine.
I had a dream for some reason. Me and my parents I was a kid when I had this dream. We were staying in a hotel, a Disney hotel. It was the Disneyland Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And no explanation why, but they wanted me to go get McDonald's, like to just go by myself and pick up McDonald's for them. And they told me that it's in the sewer. They said like you have to go down to the sewer and pick up McDonald's. There's like
that seems right to me. McDonald's as sewer food seems so right to me.
And it gets weirder. There's an extra layer of weirdness.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they said, "Oh, by the way, here, take this," and they slap a pistol in my hand, and they're like, "Because there are Nazis down there." What? They literally said they're like, "Go here, take this, and like if you have to defend yourself against the Nazis in the sewer on your way to McDonald's."
Yeah.
This is take this because there are Nazis down there. Like it's a casual thing.
Yeah, this dream is extremely judgmental to McDonald's because you're saying that McDonald's are bought in sewer. You go to sewers to eat McDonald's, and that it's mostly eaten by Nazis. Because the Nazis are in the sewer eating it, so it seems.
Yeah, it was your mom brainwashing you, dude.
Yeah.
Don't eat McDonald's unless you're a Nazi.
You're a Nazi if you have McDonald's.
I have one. It's basically, it's not a nightmare, but it was just so upsetting to wake up from because I had like a dream where I literally, this was probably like 4 months ago too. I had a dream where I was going to college and I met up with these roommates of mine. We became close friends. I got a girlfriend. And then the dream was basically 3 years of that college experience. It literally felt like I lived an entire life. And then I woke up to my normal life. And it was so upsetting to just suddenly be like, holy shit, that wasn't my life at all.
No, that's all nothing.
It was 3 years. It felt like a literal 3 years of an whole entire life.
People talk about that. There's like a thing where like there's some kind of weird like kid TikTok thing where they say that when they go to sleep they can like go to a different parallel universe, live a life for how much long time, and then like come back when they wake up. So it's weird that you have that experience because that was like a thing I saw, like a fad that was happening like last year, was like kids thought that if they did some kind of like meditation before they went to sleep that they could like go to a like some kind of other world for like the night, however long it was, and then come back, and it's this weird kind of thing. But I forget what it's called. You should look it up and see if it sounds similar to your experience.
Yeah, no, fucking nuts.
I get jealous of you guys because your dreams, like they're weird, but they sound like Mad Libs. Like it sounds like they
just randomly
like,
selected elements.
yeah,
thrown
they
together.
have like a rational like framework, but then it's just weird kind of nouns. You know what I mean? Like weird kind of like subjects and things change. You know?
Oh, holy shit! Wait, check this out.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, she fell asleep in class.
Oh no. She's at school too. I was gonna say too, they do a classroom scene. I feel like a lot of these movies, they always explain the theme of the movie in the classroom scene. You know, like it always has some kind of thematic tie-in.
I say that too. Me and Altaf have had those experiences where I'm like, they always sum up the movie. Like, you cannot stop destiny, or like,
exactly,
it's forbidden love, or.
No, I mean Mark Wahlberg doing it into happening. I mean, come on, guys.
Take an interest in science.
Oh, he's taking the form of her friend.
Yeah, he's trolling her basically. That's what Freddy is, man. He's just a big troll. He just really likes to psychologically torment people.
Oh wow, Candy said her dream was an invasion of Inside Out people that shot eyeballs out of their fingers. That is horrifying.
Oh god,
I don't want to experience that ever.
Eyeballs, or are they all like brown eyes or blue eyes?
Different color would be kind of cool actually, but more movies. Yeah, more movies was talking about your sewer story. He said, yeah, I'll have the fascist fries with the big Heil and 6 chicken McNazis and a Diet Coke. That sounds straight out of it.
Diet Coke with that. At least you gotta hold off the sugar, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. He has standards. The Nazis have standards.
Yeah, there's no pun for the Diet Coke. It's literally just Diet Coke.
Right. Yeah, Diet Coke